Hey, it's Desi, and I'm gonna tell a story today. So I've already filmed the video that I was planning on filming today, but I made a decision that I want to film this video because I think it is very helpful and that it's just shining light on a situation that needs some light shed. Alright, so the story that I'm going to tell today is about how I went on a trip that was school related and I almost got kidnapped. And it's a very, very, very crazy story. Very crazy. And by the time I calmed down enough, because I was rattled for like a whole entire week. But by the time I calmed down enough to really, really sit down and think about it, I realized how big of a situation this was, and that I felt that I should share. Because at first I didn't want to share it. I didn't want to tell nobody. Like, I was scared to tell my mama. But I do feel like it's something that needs to be shared, so I made the decision to do it today. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my blanket because it's way too cold, you know, at this time of year. I don't know where this came from, but I just know that it's cold and I still need my room to heat up, so, you know, we're just gonna get comfortable. So, this story would definitely have to be one of the most, if not the most, literally one of the most terrifying days of my life. So this all started because I was going to a city. Should I even say the city name? I don't know. I don't know. This all started when I was going to Virginia for a school trip. So I'm getting my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, and I am required to do 2 residencies, you know, that go along with that master's degree. So this residency that I was going to was my very first residency. So it's a school trip. I've been places by myself a whole lot, so I'm not really afraid of going anywhere alone. So I went by myself. And the day of that I'm traveling, because I'm traveling, of course, the day before so that I can be there to be at school at 8 a.m. I go to the airport. I had some issues with my flight because flights was getting canceled like crazy. But then I ended up getting there finally after a lot of whoop-de-doo. And I checked in to my hotel. So I done skipped all the way. Okay, before I got to the hotel, I got a rental car, all of that regular stuff. But we need to talk about this hotel. I get to my hotel and I check in. The minute I check in, the guy, he's like, what did he say? The minute I check in, the guy that works at the front desk is just like talking to me like he know me. Like, when I tell you this man was trying to make me his best friend ever, he's just telling me stories about this, that, and the third, just taking forever to check me in because he's just trying to make conversation. But the dude, he was gay. The dude was gay. I don't know how else to put it, but he was a gay man. So he didn't really like scare me. Like, it didn't raise any flags for me. Because, you know, if it was a straight guy or whatever, you would have felt like, oh, watch yourself, because, you know, he might be trying to get too friendly. But no, like, he was a gay dude, so he didn't at all scare me. Okay, so I get checked in, and then I go to my room. I kind of get settled, and when I get in there, I'm like, oh, this is a little stinky here. And it's like, I don't know, like, they said it's because we were by the water. I don't know what the heck was going on, but I left and I went to like Family Dollar or something, and I just bought like perfume and Lysol, regular stuff that I couldn't carry on the plane, and just went back, got the room together, cleaned up, and I was more comfortable after I cleaned the room myself. So I was just chilling. I was on the computer getting stuff ready for school. So the first night, because I checked in on a Tuesday, Tuesday night I was perfectly fine. I woke up Wednesday, did what I had to do. Wednesday night I was perfectly fine, woke up, did what I had to do. So here we come around to Thursday. We're at Thursday night. And for the last 2 nights I had been staying up pretty late. Like, I had been staying up pretty late. And I feel like it had been, like, frustrating my plans for the day. Like, there will be days where I'm like, oh, no, tomorrow I want to go to the mall. And I want to go do this. I want to see this. Because, of course, I was there for school. But I still wanted to, like, see the city. But every day I was so tired that I didn't really do any of the extra activities that I planned to, because I didn't go to bed until 3 or 4 a.m. So I told myself, I was like, you know what? Nope. I'm going to bed tonight so that I can like do everything that I plan on doing tomorrow. So I go to bed, and when I get ready to try to go to sleep, when I tell you, for the life of me, I could not sleep for nothing. I was just tossing and turning, and you know, like I always kind of like battle with insomnia, so like it was never really like odd for me. Like I just was so mad with myself, like, no, go to sleep. I wanted to go to sleep because I wanted to be well rested for the things that I had to do, but for whatever reason I could not sleep. I just couldn't get good at sleep. Whew. And I thank God for that restlessness. So I finally start to slightly doze off around 2 a.m. I think the last time, because it's crazy, because I remember times, like I can wake up to use the bathroom, people are like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, I used the bathroom at 5:21. Like I remember the exact time because I remember what I seen on the clock. So but the last time I remember seeing was like 2 something. So I went to bed around 2, but I still was just, I was very restless. Like I was not good in sleep. Every time I would doze off good, I would wake up and move around some more. So I was never like sleeping hard. And listen, bro, the scariest thing, right? I'm in my bed sleep, but I'm like halfway sleep, halfway up, and I hear my hotel, the door. I hear a card swipe, because you know you gotta put the key in, and I hear the door go beep beep. Now that's what the door does when I put my key in it and I walk in the room. Listen, I don't know how I reacted the way that I act. I know it was God, but I jumped up out of my sleep. I'm talking about like, not I woke up. I jumped out of the bed and I ran towards the door, and I saw somebody had a key, opening my hotel room door and pushing the door open. I'm half asleep. It's 3:30 in the morning. And I don't know how. I just know that my body, I can't even say that my mind thought to do it. I don't know how I ended up doing it, but my body ran and slammed into the hotel door. So I slammed into the door, pushing the person that was trying to enter into my room back out into the hallway. So after I pushed them out into the hallway, I hear this person just kind of like run away. Like somebody, like I felt somebody hand on the door. You know, you can feel like the pressure, and I felt it release, and then I hear the person like running. So I closed the door, and I put the little like deadbolt thing over it, even though that thing is movable, because I always put that thing up, but whatever. And people still come in because I had the thing up, and then housekeeping was still able to come in. Like, first of all, why are y'all coming in to clean somebody's room at 8 a.m.? That's ridiculous, but whatever. So by the time I pushed this person out of my room and I put the deadbolt back over to just try to like secure the room a little bit, I am freaking out. I am just like, wait a minute. I looked at the clock. I said, it is 3:30 in the morning. Who is trying to come in my room? So I run to the phone that is in the room, but I can't see, like, bro, there's no directory on the phone. So I don't know what number is the front desk. So now that I think about it, it probably was 0. But I didn't know. I didn't know if it was £0, star, none of that. I pick up my cell phone. And I call the front desk. Like, I called the hotel from, like, their cell phone number. And this is what I said. I get on the phone, and I say, the lady answers, it's the black lady. But whatever. The lady answers, and, she's like, hello, hotel, whatever. I don't know what she said. And I was just like, I'm panicking. So I'm like, oh my God, ma'am, like, it's 3:30 in the morning and somebody just walked in my hotel room with a key. I said, I'm in room 188. I said something like that. This lady say, they said, what? I don't have no room 188. I said, so I'm rattled because it is 3:30 in the morning and I'm half asleep. I'm terrified, all of this. So I said the room number wrong. I said, no. I'm telling her, like, yes, you do, because I'm in here. And I'm like, actually, no, it's 168. I said it wrong. This lady got an attitude with me for saying the wrong room number. As if you didn't just hear the foolishness that I just told you. Like, that I'm literally terrified, and you got an attitude with me because, oh, well, you should have said that because I'm like, I don't have a 188. So my first instinct was like, what is wrong with this lady? Because for whatever reason, I don't know. When I heard that it was a black lady, I felt like she would have acted better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know what it is, but like I just felt like when I heard that it was her, I guess something in me felt like we was gonna stick together. She was gonna look out for me, but I was wrong. So she had an attitude. She had an attitude. Like, so she's talking about, I'm on my way down there. So she walked from the front desk, come to my room. She's banging on the door. And I mean, I'm taking my whole time to open the door because I don't know if it's you, if it's the person. I don't know who it is. Like, I am rattled right now. And don't nobody in here care about my feelings. So that's what I did. I literally came and opened the door. And she's like, so I asked who it was. And she said, oh, it's front desk. You just called. So I opened the door. And she come over there with a security guard man. And he walking down the side of the hallway at the back door. So finally she was like, and then the man comes back up the hallway and he's like, this back door is open and this back door is supposed to always be locked. But this must be the door that the person came in. So I'm just like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, I'm like, how y'all got a whole hotel? And then he said the door looked as if it was like broken, like somebody like jammed it or like pried it open and like it just was never fixed. And I'm just like, how y'all got a whole hotel with a whole supposedly security system and somebody break the back door open and y'all don't know nothing? Ain't no alarm go off, ain't nothing beep beep, like y'all just still sitting around here chilling and the back door has been broken into, right? So she's like, well, what you want me to do? You want to get put in another room? I said, well, I ain't staying here. So I grabbed my stuff and I packed my stuff up. Girl, packing, especially when you're leaving somewhere, is usually a very tedious process. Not for me. I packed that whole room up in like 2 minutes. And let me tell y'all, I was there. I had an area set up where I was working on the computer. I had an area set up where I was writing. I had an area set up with just clothes. Like, my stuff was all over the place. But when I tell you I got out of that hotel so fast, you would have thought I was Flash little sister. I said, oh no, I'm getting out of here. I grabbed my stuff up. I said, no, I got to go. So I run out the hotel. This heifer gonna leave me. Like, I already told you I'm terrified. You just gonna leave me and go back to the front desk. So now I gotta walk through the hotel by myself, rolling a suitcase and got a book bag on my back, and I'm like running through the hallway. Like, if y'all ever seen the cameras from this, y'all would just see me like running down the hallway, looking like back and forth like a crazy person, just terrified. I finally get to the front desk and I'm like, by now it's like 4 a.m. because they came to the door a little bit. They talked for a second, they checked the back door, and she's like, finally she starts acting slightly better. Like, I don't know if maybe she just was upset at first. I don't know if she just really didn't care and I was, messing with her rest time. I don't know. But she starts to act slightly better and she's like, well, I can put you in a new room. I'm going to put you on the 6th floor. I said, I don't want to be on the 6th floor. I'm like, somebody just came into my room on the 1st floor. I'm like, I felt like I had more of an option because I could at least jump out the window. I said, what I'm going to do on the 6th floor if somebody come in my room? She's like, oh no, nobody's coming in your room. You could believe that. I don't believe that. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. And her whole aim was just like trying to calm me down. She gonna give me a complimentary breakfast ticket. Girl, I don't care about no breakfast. I walked to the front desk and she's like, oh, even after I just told her, like, I don't want to, like, what I'm gonna do on the 6th floor, you lost your mind. She still hands me a little envelope with 2 keys for the 6th floor and then gonna tell me, oh, I put a complimentary breakfast in there for you. For in the morning you can get something to eat for free for the inconvenience. For the inconvenience? Inconvenience. Inconvenience is y'all got my booking wrong on the time and I was supposed to be ready. My room was supposed to be ready at 3 and then they get ready at 4. Inconvenience is y'all ain't had nowhere for me to park my car even though I paid for a room here. But y'all let a predator, first of all, target me, get a key to my room, and enter my hotel room at 3:30 in the morning. That's not an inconvenience. That is a crime. So I'm like, no, I'm not going on the 6th floor. She did not care. She still gave me them keys, and she went back to doing what she was doing. So I sat there for a little while, and then she was still asking me, like, are you okay? Do you want me to walk you to your room? I said, I don't want to go up there. Like, so I walked away, and this is where it gets ugly. I walked away, and I act like I didn't act like anything. It's just, I realized that I walked towards the elevator, so it looked as if I was gone, but I was sitting at the chair right next to the elevator. And I heard them talking. Her and the security guard, she told me the security guard was going to check the cameras. Her and the security guard is sitting there, like, just fussing. Like, they keep saying somebody's name. Like, I don't know what the name was, but just for example, say that the name is Sean or Shane, whatever. So I feel like it was an S. I don't know. But, like, say if it's Shane, they just keep saying, Shane, and I told Shane, and Shane. I'm like, who is Shane? Who is Shane? I'm confused because what does got to do with him? So I go to the front desk, and she's like, oh, you didn't go to your room? I'm like, no, I told you I don't want to go up there. I'm scared. She's talking about, you don't have anything to be worried about because on the 6th floor, there's nothing but, like, air flight crew, and nobody's going to bother you. She said something like that. I'm like, you really think I believe you? You think I trust you? I don't. So I asked her, I'm like, so what's up? Like, what y'all gonna do? She's like, oh, well, the security guard checked the cameras, and he said that he can see that a black car pulled up by the side door, and that they came in through that back door that was broken, and they came directly to your room. But once you pushed them out of the door, they ran back, so we can't see their face from this angle. I said, so y'all are aware that somebody came through the back door straight to my room and then ran back out and left after I pushed them out, but y'all not gonna do nothing? Like, oh, well, we can't see their face, so we don't know what to do. I said, but this person did not break into my room. They didn't have no pliers and pop the lock off. They didn't have no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no metal boot to kick the door in. They had a key. They had a key to my hotel. She's like, oh, well, that must be on you because you must have lost one of your keys because we give everybody 2 keys at check-in, and because you're a solo traveler, maybe you misplaced one of your keys. I said, no, I didn't. I opened up my purse. I pulled both of my keys out of my purse. I said, these are both of the keys I was given at check-in. I said, I don't know nobody in this city. I didn't give nobody a key to my room. I didn't lose a key. She's talking about, oh, well, every time a duplicate key is made for a room, there's supposed to be a note of it. She said, and I don't see a note that there was ever another key made. My point exactly. So who got a key and came in my room? Like, either it's somebody that work here or somebody gave somebody a key to my room. Like, when I tell you, I was like talking to myself, talking to these people. I'm trying to stress to these people that I don't feel safe, that I'm scared. These people could care less. Their whole demeanor. Y'all have video that somebody just, like, basically broke into this hotel, came and tried to come in my room. Ain't nobody do nothing, like, nothing. All they wanted to do was calm me down. Why do I need to be calm? I don't need to be calm. What do I need to calm down for? I have every right to be angry. I have every right to be upset, to be rattled. Oh, just calm down. Just get free breakfast. I don't want no breakfast. So by this time, it's like 4:30. When I tell you this went on for a while. It's like 4:30, so it's like an hour later. I'm shaking. I'm sitting in the lobby of the hotel, and I'm shaking, right? The first person I wanted to call is my mama, of course, but I'm like 13 hours away from home, like a 13-hour drive away from home. Last thing I want to do is call my mama at 4:30 in the morning and tell her all of this, and she literally is just, and she jumps out of her sleep just losing her mind. So I'm trying to tell myself, like, okay, Daisy, be a big girl, like, what are you gonna do? And I couldn't think straight. Like, I just tried to calm myself down. So finally, I just kind of like started to pray to myself, just try to calm myself down and just ask the Lord to help me and cover me because I did not feel safe. And I felt the unction of like, yeah, you need to go home. Lord told me you need to go home. So that's what I did. I went right on my phone and I booked a flight for that day for me to go home. I said, I can't stay here. I'm not staying here. At first, I was like, well, at least I can finish out the week and do what I came here to do. Just go to another hotel. But like, I felt like I needed to go home. So that's what I did. I booked the flight. Of course, it was expensive. It was like $250 because it was last minute. Like, the flight was literally leaving the same day. So it was a last minute flight. But I just felt like my freedom and my safety was worth way more than $250. So I booked the flight. So I grab all of my stuff and I'm finally just like, I can't do this. Like, it's not gonna work out for me. And I go, I sent a text message to, I called somebody, they didn't answer. And then I sent a text message to another person that I knew was waking up for work soon. And I just said, call me when you get up. Because I didn't want to, like, you know, wake up nobody out of their sleep. So I checked out. No. I didn't check out yet. I'm still at the hotel when so finally the person that I knew was getting up soon for work, she called me and she's like, well, what's going on? So I'm telling her everything that just happened. I'm telling her what I did, what the people did, how they're acting like it doesn't matter, and how they're just literally scaring the crap out of me. And she was like, Des, you need to get out. She was like, it's so crazy that you called me. She was like, because I just watched a documentary on how like a hotel was doing human trafficking, and how the receptionists were like vetting the people and telling them like, okay, this is a good target because, you know, they're of the age or they're by themselves or whatever, and they were like giving out keys to the people hotel room so that they can go and snatch them in the middle of the night. Listen, everything she was telling me about this documentary that she watched mimicked my experience. So if that didn't do anything, it made me scared, because the response that I got from the security guard as well as the manager made me feel like everybody was trying to get me. I was like, oh no, something ain't right. Because there's no way that a disgruntled woman is gonna call and say the stuff that she's saying, and y'all just like, oh my God, okay. No. So I grabbed my bag and I left. I said, I went to the front desk to check out, and he's like, you're not gonna, stay in the new room, you're gonna leave? I said, yeah, I'm finna go. He's talking about why. I said, what you mean why? I said, I don't feel safe. Like, are y'all crazy? I'm not staying here. He's talking about, well, at least go get your breakfast first. I said, okay, well, where's the breakfast? He said, go down this hallway, make a right. You're going to see another hallway. Go down that hallway, make a left, then make another right at a hallway. I said, you got to be out of your mind. When I tell you the way this man described the breakfast place to me, I'm like, so y'all think y'all finna trap me back there? No. I said, okay. I said, all right, thank you. Let me just go put my bags in the car first before I get the breakfast. When I tell you, I got to that car and I pulled off. And mind you, my flight doesn't leave until later on in the day. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm not staying here. Y'all done lost your mind. So I literally drive like 20 minutes away just because I left the city. I was in Virginia Beach. I drove all the way to Norfolk. And it's not that far. It's like 20 minutes away. But I just didn't even want to be in the proximity. And I get to a Food Lion. And I'm still on the phone with my friend because I'm like, I just need to hear somebody's voice that I know. I need somebody to talk to me. Like, I had this girl talking to me on the phone for like 2 hours. I was like, I need to talk to somebody. Then I talked to somebody else for a couple hours. Then I called my mama for a couple hours. Like, almost the whole time that I was there until I got on the plane to leave, I was on the phone with somebody. Because I needed to connect with somebody that I knew. Somebody, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I had to talk to them. So I get to a Food Lion, and a Food Lion is not a gas station. It's a grocery store up there that we don't have here. But and it's by this time the sun has risen. It's well lit, and people are just like in and out inside the parking lot. So I wasn't oh goodness, keep it talk. I wasn't in a deserted area. I was in a very, very like bright and like trafficky area. And I just let the seat back in my car, my rental car, all the way back. And I was still on the phone. And then finally, I got off the phone and I went to sleep. And I went to sleep for like 4 hours. Because, of course, I was tired because I had already like struggled to sleep earlier in the day. So I was tired. And it's crazy that I got better sleeping outside of a grocery store in a car than I did at a hotel that I paid $500 to stay at. And it was a hot mess. It was so terrifying and it was insane. So later on that day, I get on the phone, and I was on the phone, I was on the phone with people all day. I was calling everybody. And somebody told me, like, you need to call corporate because something ain't right over there. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I called corporate. I tell them what happened. They put me on the phone with the regional manager. No. The customer service representative, she documented everything that I said. And then she told me that somebody was going to give me a call. So then the regional manager gives me a call. And she's like, I don't know if this regional manager, I don't know who it was who worked for Holiday Inn. I just know, and it was Holiday Inn. Every time I tell people this story, they're like, oh, that must have been a motel or a rinky-dink. It was Holiday Inn. and you don't got to worry about me staying at a Holiday. You don't even got to worry about me looking at a Holiday Inn. When I tell you, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. So, I don't know if it's a reason, but somebody from Holiday Inn called me back. And this is the first thing she asked me. She said, so I heard the story. I read everything that you said. She said, so you're telling me that somebody broke into your room at 3:30 this morning and nobody called the police? I said, nope. So they didn't do nothing. I said, these people was acting like they did not care. They didn't do anything. She said, well, I'm calling the police. She said, I'm calling the police, and the police might call you to get your statement. She's like, but you do not have to stay here at all. I know you said you're on your way home. You can go home, but if they need you, they'll call you. And when I thought about what she said, I'm like, these folks really ain't even called the police. Like, y'all got a whole video, because y'all saying y'all got a camera. Y'all got a whole video of somebody pulling up, of the back door being broken. But y'all talking about y'all can't tell who it is. But y'all even call the police. Like, it was so bad. And I don't know what happened, you know, with that hotel or whatever. Like, I would never, ever stay at another Holiday Inn. I'll sleep in my car before I sleep at a Holiday Inn, as you've seen for this last one. But I also just feel like it was a very scary situation. And I feel like things like this happen more often than not. But I feel like I'm grateful that I'm here to tell the story, because I was off at the beach, and one thing about being by the beach is that people can snatch you and throw you on a boat real quick. I thank God. I thank God for everything. I thank God for just being aware of my surroundings, never getting too comfortable with people, never too, you know, too trusting, because I don't trust nobody in those types of situations. And because the whole time the manager was trying to calm me down, like, no, it's okay now. I'll walk you to your room. And I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't want you by me. You think I'm supposed to feel better? No, I don't. I don't trust none of y'all, so I'm leaving. Like, but I just thank God for even down to the restlessness, because when I tell y'all, I couldn't sleep for nothing. I was doing everything in my power to force myself to go to sleep. But if I was not, Jesus. If I was not half sleep like I was, it could have went another way. And I think about the fact that if I was good in sleep and this person made it all the way into my room and like stood over me in my bed, I would have been so helpless. Like, and I just thank God like for just helping me and just protecting me in that situation, because even when it comes down to the way that I reacted or the way that I jumped out of bed and like tackled the door, tackled this person, my actions and why I moved the way that I moved or made the decisions that I made, I can't even tell you why my mind said tackle the door. I can't tell you why when I heard the beep beep, I jumped out of my sleep. I just know that it was God keeping me and God protecting me. And I just thank God for every single little bit of it. I thank God for allowing me to park in the front of the hotel, that I was able to get out of there in 2 minutes. I thank God for just every single thing that happened in this situation that protected me from something that could have been very, very horrible. And I thank God for just like my mind. Like, I wanted to call my mama, but I didn't want to scare her. So for whatever reason, I called the person that I did call. I called them because I was in Virginia. They were in South Carolina. So I was like, this is the closest person to me. I put their address in my GPS, and I was like, I'm 5 hours away from them. If all else fails, I'm driving to South Carolina. But by me thinking that way and calling her, she scared me even more. Like, you need to go right now. Which, I mean, it was a good scare, because she told me, like, of the things that she had seen and how I really should just get out. And when I tell you the honest to God truth, I am grateful. I truly, truly, truly thank God for being a protector. Like, I real life went on vacation and almost got kidnapped. And to this day, I have not heard back from Holiday Inn or none of them. But I'm going to call them, because I want my money back. Because what I'm not finna do is pay to be traumatized. That's what I'm not going to do. But whatever they decide to do with that hotel, or whatever, is up to them. But I know for me, I'm not, I ain't going to nobody Holiday Inn. I don't care. I'm good on that. Shoot, I'll stay in my car. Listen, I'm good. But I just wanted to share this story. Listen, if you are a woman if you are young, I don't care if you're 55, I don't care if you're old, I don't care if you're a man, because the way this world is set up, they don't care. Like, back in the day, they used to be like, oh, they snatch young women, they snatch young girls, because, you know, perverts and pedophiles or whatever. But these people so nasty, they like boys, they like men, like, it doesn't matter. And I just feel like everybody needs to make sure that they're looking out for themselves, watching their surroundings, and pray. When you go somewhere, pray. Pray, watch, and pray. I'm not trying to preach or not trying to quote no scriptures, but I'm just telling the truth. Like, really, really watch out for yourself. Watch for what you're doing. Don't be so trusting. Because I think about from the moment I checked in, the dude at the front desk was trying to be my best friend, and then one of the old ladies that worked there, she just kept giving me compliments, talking about I'm so pretty and I got nice skin and I got pretty teeth. She said something, and all this time I'm thinking like, okay, this old behind lady, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, thank you. Like, it didn't even make me feel uncomfortable or anything, because it's an old lady. But you think about how if it was like a grown man that shows up and that's doing all this stuff, of course you would visibly be scared. But in these type of situations, they're so snakish to where they'll have somebody that look like you, that act like you, that make you feel safe. Because like I said, when I heard there was a black lady on the phone, a part of me felt like I was gonna be good, but she treated me just like everybody else. So you can't even feel like you're gonna be okay, because you don't know people. You don't know what people are gonna do, what their MO is. And I don't know if she was just very stressed that night or what. I don't know if she didn't believe me. All I know is that somebody walked into my room at 3:30 in the morning and you act like you could care less. So for that reason, I'm good on you, because I had to be for my own protection. And wherever you are, wherever you go, watch your surroundings, watch out for yourself, watch out for your people, and pray for your people. Pray for yourself. Don't listen. They got the my mom has this pillow. What that pillow at? It's an ugly pillow too. Oh, it's right here. My mom bought this pillow from convention like probably 5 years ago. I don't know when she bought this pillow, but it literally has the acronyms ASAP, and it stands for always say a prayer. And that's literally what came to my mind when I was just saying that. Like, no matter where you are, where you're going, or what you are doing, you need to pray. You need to pray. Say a prayer in every moment. It doesn't matter if you've been to this place a million times. It doesn't matter if you know everybody there. It does not matter if this your mama, homegirl, auntie, sister, cousin, nephew, niece party. Wherever you going, watch out for yourself. Watch your back. Pray for yourself. Pray for your people. If y'all go in a group, watch out for each other. And if you by yourself, you better double watch and double pray. But at the end of the day, this was an illustration that God is truly a protector. So it scared me enough to make me, you know, be careful and things of that sort. But it didn't terrify me to a point where it like, to where it crippled me, because I understand that if it did nothing else, it showed me that God is gonna, you know, cover me and protect me. So I'm grateful for that. Yep. So that's my story, and I hope it helps somebody act better, do better, and be safer. Because if we learn nothing else every single day, we learn that this world is an ugly place, and you do not want to be caught in the crossfire of this ugly world. All right? Watch out for yourself.